The Black Patrick Bateman, and he has recently gone viral for his absolutely insane morning routine, which I can only describe as like training for the fucking Hunger Games. Like, this guy is the most athletic man on the planet for no reason. Now, for those of you who don't know who this guy is, pretty much he's really good at football, and so he didn't make the NFL.
Okay, so you know how we always flag these like super interesting stories online?
Yeah.
Well, this one's really something else.
What is it this time?
This fitness influencer, Ashton Hall, right? His morning routine has like blown up the internet.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw something about that.
It's insane.
What's he doing? Like waking up at 2 a.m. and running a marathon or something?
Pretty much. I mean, not exactly, but it's this crazy long routine that's got everyone talking.
Interesting.
It's like, is this guy for real? Like, is he really this dedicated? Or is this some next level marketing ploy?
I see.
I actually sent you an article about it, right? It really digs into the whole thing.
Yeah. I took a look. It's fascinating.
It breaks down like every little detail of his routine, how people are reacting online, and their whole marketing theory.
Which is smart, because you got to look at that side of things too these days.
Totally. Yeah. And it really gets you thinking about influencer culture in general and how we all kind of buy into it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so first of all, let's talk about this routine.
Okay.
The guy posts this video titled Day 191 of the Morning Routine That Changed My Life.
Okay, 191 days in. Wow, he's committed.
And then in parentheses, it says 3:50 a.m. to 9:30 a.m.
Whoa, hold on. 9:30 a.m.
Yeah, so we're talking 5.5 hours.
Just for his morning routine, that's longer than I sleep most nights.
I know, right? Like, how is that even possible?
Okay, I got it. So what's he actually doing for all that time?
So it starts with waking up at 3:52 a.m.
3.52. Why so specific?
I know, right? Like, why not just 4.00? It's like he's trying to be extra.
Maybe some numerology thing.
Maybe, who knows? But it's definitely a choice.
All right. What's next on the agenda?
Okay, so then he does mouth taping for nasal breathing.
Mouth taping. Like with actual tape.
Yep. Apparently it's supposed to help you breathe better through your nose while you sleep.
Huh. I've heard of that. I think it's like one of those biohacking things, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's all about optimizing everything.
Right, optimizing.
Then he does ice water face baths.
Oof, that's gotta wake you up.
Right. Like, who needs coffee when you have freezing cold water splash on your face first thing in the morning?
Because that's one way to do it.
And this is where it gets kind of interesting. He specifically mentions drinking Saratoga spring water.
Saratoga spring water? That's pretty specific.
I know, right? Like, is that a sponsorship or something? It's like randomly dropped in there.
That's what I was thinking too. It's not exactly like a household name brand.
Exactly. So that's what got people suspicious.
Okay, but wait, there's more. All right. There's got to be more to this 5-hour routine.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot more.
Lay it on me.
Okay, so after the water, he does meditation, journaling, stretching, and a full weight training session.
Wait, all before sunrise?
All before sunrise, yeah.
It's like, that's my entire day packed into his morning.
I know, right? It's wild. And then
This is the best part.
he rubs banana peels on his face.
Banana peels?
For skincare.
Like, what? Is that a thing?
Apparently, some people think it helps with wrinkles or something, but I don't know. It sounds pretty out there.
Yeah, that's definitely not something I've seen dermatologists recommending.
Right. It's just like, what?
Okay, so the guy's waking up before dawn, taping his mouth shut, doing ice baths, lifting weights, and putting banana peels on his face.
Pretty much. Yeah, and that's not even everything. It's like a whole production.
I mean, on one hand, I kind of have to admire the dedication, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Like, it's definitely impressive in a way.
But on the other hand, it's like 5.5 hours, dude. Come on.
Right, and that's what most people are saying online. They're like, this is just too much.
Yeah, I bet the internet's having a field day with this.
Oh, they are? It's like a meme factory.
What are people saying?
So many good ones, like, bro's morning routine is my whole day.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's about right.
And then there's, at 9:30 a.m., I'm already 3 coffees deep, and this dude's still finishing his routine.
Oh, man, that's so true.
I feel that one.
My personal favorite. If you don't drink Saratoga spring water, don't even talk to me.
Oh my God, that's perfect. It's like he's created a cult following.
So with all this hype, is this just a giant marketing stunt?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
And the article makes some pretty compelling points. Like, first of all, the Saratoga spring water thing.
Right, that's super suspicious.
It's not like it's Evian or something that everyone already knows, so why mention it so specifically?
Unless you're getting paid to do it.
Exactly, and the article says that their CMO even, like, commented on the memes and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, like, they're totally leaning into it.
You see, that's what makes me think it's all a big plan.
Plus, think about it. Ashton Hall doesn't seem bothered by all the jokes at all.
Yeah, he's probably loving it.
Right. Like, any publicity is good publicity.
Especially in the influencer world.
Totally. And then there's the whole length of the routine.
It's just so over the top.
Like, who actually has time for that? It's almost like it's designed to be outrageous so people will talk about it.
Which clearly worked.
Right. Like, it's all about getting those views and engagement and sparking debate.
And you know what? It actually worked for Saratoga Spring Water, too. Yeah, the article said their stock value went up a little after all this.
No way.
Yeah. So maybe this whole thing is a win-win for everyone involved.
Except for anyone who's trying to live up to this insane morning routine.
Yeah, that's true. Like, who can actually maintain that?
Right. It sets such an unrealistic standard.
It's like influencer culture on steroids.
Seriously. It's like the pursuit of being optimized has gone too far.
Right. Like, when does it become less about self-improvement and more about just showing off?
And creating content that goes viral, even if it's because people are making fun of you.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Even negative attention can be good for influencers these days.
It's all about getting those clicks and comments.
Sadly, yeah.
But hey, at the end of the day, whether Ashton Hall is a true believer in his routine or a marketing genius, he's definitely got everyone talking.
That's the truth. And in the influencer world, that's half the battle.
Exactly. So I guess the real question is, does any of this really matter? Like, are we all just playing into this game?
It's a good question to ask ourselves now.
Yeah.
Like, what are we really consuming when we follow these influencers?
Are we inspired, or are we just buying into something that's ultimately kind of ridiculous?
I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest.
Yeah, probably. Maybe the takeaway here is just to be aware of what we're seeing online and not take it all too seriously.
And maybe don't start rubbing banana peels on your face just because some influencer told you to.
Yeah, good advice on that one.
But hey, maybe there's something to be said for having a good morning routine.
Yeah.
You know, just maybe not a 5.5-hour one.
Right. Maybe find a happy medium somewhere between hitting snooze and taping your mouth shut.
Exactly. Find what works for you and don't worry about what everyone else is doing.
Good advice. So for all of you listening out there, what do you think? Is Ashton Hall the real deal, or is this all just a clever act? And what does it say about our own fascination with influencer culture? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you next time for another deep dive.
Yeah.